Excellent. So let's go ahead and just start with
Yeah.
your name and
Yeah,
tell me who you are, where you're from, what you're about.
yeah. My name is Roland. I'm from Sweden. I'm 61 years old. Yeah, I'm living in Thailand now.
And how did you first hear about the Oracle's algorithm?
Actually, I heard about them because I meet you, because you're a friend of my brother. So that's the thing. You and your wife. My brother have known your wife since before, and actually his wife and your wife are friends. So that's how we get together.
What made you actually decide to read the books?
Actually, the thing was you. You were believable, and we started talking, and I explained to you where I was in life, and that I needed something differently, something like legit, like something to hold on to, something to, I was like seeking something else. Been through all the religions, and actually I was trying to live a little bit like a Buddhist here, or go every morning to give rice to monk, and yeah, a little bit seeker about, something deeper to believe in.
When you first started reading the books?
When I started reading the first book, I was confused. Actually, I was blown away because, for first, I'm Swedish and the book were in English, and I did not understand everything, like literally understand the words. But then I had like translation beside. But then when I started to understand this is something I really have to read, I was, right away, even after the first chapter, I felt that something is telling me something really important. And as I said, I was seeking for something. So this was really, really right up my alley at that time.
Specific moment or concept that made you realize the book was different than others?
Yeah, I've never read anything like this before. This is, for me, mind-blowing. Like, it doesn't tell me anything, it just explains how everything is. So I felt from the beginning, from my gut, that this is the shit. This is what I really was seeking for.
Is there a book or concept that hit you the hardest?
Yeah, it was actually the third book. Was
Spirituality.
Yeah, that's really, right up my alley, right where I was at that time, was perfect, explaining everything, and also made me feel that I have the power.
Framework changed the way that you see reality?
It has, yes, it has. In
How-
many,
how?
yeah. How? Oh my God, that's a big question,
It
because
is, very
it
big.
actually includes everything. The way, first of all, the way I look at myself. Who am I? What am I doing here? And why am I like this? Is that something else, or is it me? Or that's all my life until I read this book. I feeling that I was just like a marionette, someone else controlling what's happening. Sometimes I have good luck and sometimes bad luck, but I realized that actually that's me, that's myself. I'm doing this. So this, for me, like a real, like I say, mind-blowing experience to realize that I have the power to control. So that's really, really heavy stuff for me.
Awesome. What do you say to someone who's skeptical about reading 7 books on consciousness and physics?
I can understand that you're skeptical, because out there a lot of people trying to put things on you that you don't really need or not necessary.
Framework hold up logically? Did you find any
Yes.
contradictions or gaps?
No, nothing. That's the thing. After all 7 books, I felt like the first book I understood fully after. So actually what I did, I read them one more time, because I really wanted to go back and see if the feeling I had, the gut feeling, was right or wrong. And actually the fourth time I read the first book, because I read them 3 times, I realized that after reading all 7 of them was necessary to understand because the first book is just a map over what's coming, and you to lead your mind into the right way so you are receptive for what's coming.
Or philosophy books that you've read?
Yeah, this is completely different. For first, this is like no one telling me to do something. No, it's like it's not creating any expectations for me. I don't need to do anything. I just have to accept or not accept. And in my case, I accepted it, and I was, like I said, I was seeking something, and I was like open to it, and let it hit me. And you know what happened to me since then. Everything changed in my life.
100%.
So that's really, this is a big, mind-blowing thing for me, and a big change for everything in my life.
Who should read this series?
I think actually everybody should read it, but I understand it's not easy.
That there's no dogma. There's no
No.
religion, no dogma, no
Nothing.
hierarchy, none of those kind of
Nothing.
things.
Yeah,
It's direct relationship between you
Yeah,
and source.
Yeah, the source is the source is everything. So
Correct.
if you understand that, it makes things easier, and I don't need to be afraid or scared of anything. Like religion is always like, the devil come and take you, or if you don't do this, you will not come to heaven.
What would you tell yourself before reading book 1 if you were to go back in time?
Yeah, I would tell myself to open up, like to give it a chance. Just take the chance. If you feel that you're missing something, if you're feeling that, like for me, in my case, before I read this, I was like just living my life. I had some hard times, and I was like blaming everything around me and myself, because that had put me in that situation. But actually that was not the case. So the only thing I wish with these books, but I know it's impossible because they were not even written, but I would have read them like 40 years ago, so that would have changed. If I was 20 instead of 60, it would be great.
Time.
Absolutely.
How did it take you to read?
Actually, the first time, the first book took so long time because I was like, like I said, I was not really into reading English, but that's only because I'm Swedish, and I haven't read, English literature for a long time. But when I started to read, I, looked up. I have a dictionary beside. I looked up the words, so it took a long time for me. Actually, the second time I read, I on purpose read slowly, and I knew what was coming, so then it didn't take so long time. And I think the organization of the books are genius. It's like if you don't remember everything, you just go back to the chapter, and it's very easy to find. All the books are very organized, and also some of the pictures is like your mind, to remember what you're reading. So you put your mind on the pictures, and then when you see the picture, you remember also, that's
Yeah.
this is.
Difficult or accessible?
I think it's accessible, absolutely, but as I said, for me, a little bit difficult because of the language barrier. Otherwise, no, the language itself is not difficult. It's like if you're English speaking, you will understand 100% of it, and I don't think you have to be a reader to read them. I think those books are for everybody. Actually, I think the concept of those books are easier than reading a novel, or some other book, or some educational book. So this is much easier reading. You have to take your time. You have to really stop in between, not forcing, maybe not to read them like I did, like in a line the first time. The third time I read the first book, I did really good. I read 2 or 3 chapters every night, and then I stopped, and then I was thinking about it or dreaming about it, and like it had to land inside me.
Will this actually change anything for me?
I think everything. If you take your time and let the words really heal you, like if you take the time really understand what are the books saying to you, and they will give you the power.
Give you ideas, or did they shift how you operate?
Yeah, they gave me a lot of ideas, and they shifted also how I am operating. Like, for example, so I started to do exactly what I did before. I did more of that. I started to go to a gym. I started to, go up as I did before, early morning, and I eat good. I didn't drink alcohol. I was open, like everything, like I was alert in my brain, and that's really helped me. Like suddenly all the problem I had before were blown away. That they were just, by doing nothing, like the source or whatever helps me to, if I believe in the solution will come. I don't need to do anything.
Do you say this legit or bullshit?
No, absolutely legit. No, people saying this is bullshit. I have heard also one of the guys read a little bit of the first book, say right away, this is bullshit. I know everything about this, because he was appealing to something, something else. Like he didn't really understand what was in it. So that's the thing that can happen if this is really too complicated and too difficult to open up. You will feel like that. If someone tell you something you don't understand, you don't want to accept that you don't understand, so you say it's bullshit instead.
So basically what you're saying is to get the most out of this, you have to open your heart
Yeah.
and your mind.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Is it woo-woo nonsense?
No, it's absolutely logical. Everything together is like, I can say this is books about life. This explains not only my life, but how things working, and the concept of life. What is life? What are we doing? What is the purpose of this? What the books did for me was making me believing in myself, and also gave me the power to choose. I have the power.
What makes this different than other spirituality or consciousness books?
Yeah, the difference is, for me, what I'm thinking is that it's not telling me anything. It's just open up. It's up to me to read it. I have to put in the time. I have to, I have to buy the books. I have to read them, and then it's up to me also how would I take this. The information is out there, and it's actually very easy, but that's also makes it so difficult, because it's so easy, it's also demand my brain to take away everything I knew before. But that's still inside me, but I have to take it away for a moment when I read and think, can this be something? And for me it was, yes, this is what I was looking for. This was not telling me anything, just informing me, not telling that this is what I have to believe, but this information is here. If you want to take it, and I took it, and it changed my life.
Could help those people who are looking for purpose.
I think the books can help with everything, because the books are a key to everything.
One, or can I just skip around?
I think actually good to start with book number 1. I think it's good to read them in the order you wrote them, but I'm not sure, because that's the way I did. So that's, for me, that's how it was. And actually, as I said, I went back and read them again, and then I understood it. Yeah, it was good, because if I haven't read the first one first, I would have trouble to understand the one about physics and spirituality. That's and the last books, they are like connecting back to where it all started. So I think it's a good thing to read them, but I don't have the answer about that, but that's my own opinion. I should do that.
This is credible.
Absolutely, yeah, absolutely. For me, you are very legit, and you are also a good, truthful person.
What would you tell them?
Well, give it a chance. I mean, if you're skeptical, yeah, that's a good thing, because if you're skeptical, the meaning that you are interested. So, and skeptical, that's most people should be skeptical about things, new things coming to them. That's your human behavior is like that, to protect yourself. So, I think, for me, it was not easy. Like I said, I was almost giving up because I didn't really have the time to focus. But then when I decided, no, this is too good, and then after reading like 2 or 3 chapters, I realized, oh, this, I have to do this. So if you're skeptical, start with the first book, give it time, and give it a little bit more time, and then stop for a while, go back, read again if you don't understand. And if you're skeptical, it will go away. When you start to understand, you will not be skeptical anymore. That's the tip I would give to someone skeptical.
Awesome. Reading all 7 books, would you do it again?
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely.
Food for the soul?
Absolutely, absolutely.
Awesome.
The most nutritious food you can ever eat for your soul.
You taken the time to sit down with me today, Roel. You are amazing, and I love you like a brother, man. So
Thank you so much.
thank you so much for your time.
Thank you.